A very warm good morning to all the brilliant stars of Sri Gokulam Public School. Welcome once again to the English online class. In the last class, we were discussing about the story Ranga's Marriage, written by Venkateshwara Iyengar. We told that the narrator had great opinion about Ranga and he felt that he was different from the younger generation of his time. The narrator also had given him a blessing, may you get married soon. Let's continue from there and see what happens in the life of Ranga and the narrator. One afternoon, Ranga came to meet the narrator with a couple of oranges. The narrator felt that this was very thoughtful of Ranga and he decided to get Ranga married to a very nice lady. Over their conversation, the narrator brings up the topic of marriage and wants to know about Ranga's opinion on it. Ranga very clearly defines his opinion by saying that he does not intend to get married very soon. This is because during that time, child marriages were very prevalent in India. And Ranga had a difference of opinion on child marriages. He cites an example of an officer who is 30 years old and got married to a woman of 25 years, and according to Ranga, they lead a very meaningful and deep love life because both of them are adults and mature. Ranga is of the opinion that if one gets married to a young girl, the entire married life would be a troublesome one because the young girl will behave in a very childish manner and misinterpret the meanings of her partner. Hence, there is going to be a lot of arguments and problems in their marital life. Ranga is very stern in his decision and he says that unless he finds a suitable girl, he will not get married and remain a bachelor. Ranga also goes forward to quote an example from the Mahabharata about Dushyanta and Shakuntala. He says that their love story is so famous and relevant still today because both Dushyanta and Shakuntala were adults and mature enough to understand each other. On hearing Ranga's opinion of marriage, the narrator feels very disappointed. He feels that a smart boy like Ranga is wasting his life by having such high and rebellious opinions. However, the narrator decides that at any cost he will get Ranga married. With this thought in mind, he devises a very clever plan to get Ranga married. The next character that the narrator introduces in our story is none other than Rama Rao's niece, Ratna. Ratna is a young girl of 11 years old. Since she had lost both her parents, Rama Rao, her uncle, had brought her from the big town to stay with them. She had a great voice and could play harmonium and veena. The narrator feels that Ratna would be a suitable match. Thus, he devised a plan for both of them to meet. He goes to Ramarao's house and informs his wife that he wants to send some buttermilk to them and asks his wife to send Ratna to the narrator's house to collect the buttermilk. Since it was a Friday, the girl came to narrator's house dressed very elegantly. The narrator then insists Ratna to stay in his house and sing a song for him. As the girl was singing Krishnamurti's song, the narrator sends for Ranga. Ranga comes to the narrator's house and is mesmerized by the music that he hears from inside of the narrator's house. He becomes very curious and he peeps inside to see who is singing. Seeing Ranga, immediately Ratna stops singing. She stands there very shyly. The narrator says that Ranga was deeply disappointed in stopping Ratna from singing. He compares this disappointment as if a child was having a very juicy and best quality mango, and as the child was enjoying the taste, he had accidentally dropped it. So that kind of a similar disappointment was seen on Ranga's face. Ranga tries to converse with the narrator, but he is very secretly glancing continuously at Ratna. The narrator notices that not only the music of Ratna, the beauty of Ratna also had attracted Ranga. There is an awkward silence in that room. To break the silence, Ranga says that he will leave immediately so that Ratna can continue singing. However, he does not move an inch. The narrator again teases Ranga by saying that his words and actions do not have any connection. It is very clear that Ranga had fallen in love with the little girl. Ratna goes inside the house. As soon as she goes inside, Ranga wants to know the details about the girl. Seeing the excitement and eagerness, the narrator tries to play a cold game. He wants to incite more emotions in Ranga. So he very coolly says that what difference it's going to make knowing about the girl, because the narrator is already married and Ranga does not have any intention of marrying. There is further excitement in Ranga and he asks the narrator if the girl is married. To this, the narrator gives a false information that of course she is married an year ago. There is a heart-shattering expression on Ranga's face. The narrator very clearly understands this disappointment in Ranga. Ranga immediately leaves the place by giving an excuse that he has got some important work to do at home. Now, why did the narrator give such a false information? The narrator understood that because of his clever plan, Ranga had fallen in love with Ratna. He wanted to make those feelings of love more deeper inside him. So he gave such a wrong information. By giving such a wrong information, it would create a missing, a longing for such a beautiful girl. He wanted to create such emotions in Ranga. So that is why he gave a false information. Now, let us check out whether his plan is working out clearly and properly. We will deal with that in our next class. Read your textbook properly and learn your notes. Attempt your test papers and study very well. Till we meet again, have a wonderful day and be good children. Thank you.